Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense will get first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's...
Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now on first down from the 30. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Gonna run it. It's Giles. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking downfield on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw power? Breaks away in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Using the quick game. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
To the air, it's McLeod. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Jukes his way for more. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Great place to start for this offense. Keeps it on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's McLeod. Quickly complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll leave it with the lone back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They bring the punter onto the field now. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's McLeod. Heaves it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. We're going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Huskers are flying down the field. They've been running it, but now the pass. Pucks it out of the air. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. 6th play of the drive coming up. Off play action on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it sucks. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Off play action. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, they give to the back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 10 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Catch in the middle, it's Suggs. Turning it on! He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Huskers are marching down the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And they sniff that draw out. When draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the run.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the single back. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it at the 25. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running.
The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Grabbed over the middle, it's Giles. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It sucks. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It sucks. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this will be a bit of a chop. They got it, it's blocked. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll start the third quarter with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking left. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He leaves it with the back. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Unloads it left. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy already had a kick block earlier in the game, and he answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Might be looking to run. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over Michigan. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know.
There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Still running at the 40. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's McLeod. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Right back to the well. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. He'll try it again. Makes a man miss. Gets it past the marker. Into the secondary on the right. Smashes through the tackle. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. So after feeling like they were in all kinds of trouble, now they'll come to the line, first down and plus territory. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looking for a man. It's McLeod. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll try the run. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Go straight ahead. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Here on third down. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It sucks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They're dealing with a second and long. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. It's complete. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So, we know they're going to a bowl game, great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14, and they want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented, nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.